Hi, welcome to episode number 5 of the Homestager Marketing Show, where today I'm going to talk about how much a website costs for a home staging business. Hi, I'm Mike, the Stager Sidekick. You can visit my website at stagersidekick.com. But let's get into the episode. So, in general, there are 4 different options for getting a website for your home staging business. Prices range pretty dramatically for the 4 options. We're going to start out by talking about the cheapest option and going to the most expensive option. But like most things in life, you get what you pay for. So each one has their pluses and minuses. Each one is good for the different stage you are in your home staging business. So each one, may be right for you. But so that's why I really want to go through the 4 different price brackets and 4 different types of websites that you can get for your home staging business, so you can really see and understand which one might be right for your business. So the first one, number 1, is a website builder. This is a do-it-yourself website, essentially. You may have heard the names Wix or Weebly or GoCentral from GoDaddy, but these are website builders. They're easy to use interfaces that anybody can use to make their own website. They're drag and drop. You don't really need to have many technical skills in order to use them. They are new interfaces for people, so there is a learning curve, but once you learn it, they're pretty easy to use. Who they're good for? Well, these are great for really the new home stager who just basically needs to hang a shingle outside their business and doesn't need many frills for a website. They don't have the pictures, they don't have content, it's so new that they're not going to have good SEO anyways. So so it's good for the website, for the person, just to get a website up. Now, one of the drawbacks is that it takes time to build. So as opposed to the next 3 options that we're going to talk about, where we pay somebody to make your own website, with this option, with a website builder, you're actually making your own website. So that's why I'm saying that it's great for the new home stager, where, I hate to say it, but their time isn't really that valuable. They're not charging a few $100s for a project, or doing projects that are worth several $1,000s that doing a website is going to take their time away from. So as a new home stager, you have the time to make your own website. So that's why I'm saying that it's kind of good it's a good option for a new home stager. Now, some drawbacks are that they don't really offer great SEO with their, inherently with their platforms. They take time to build, like we discussed, and it's just something that you need to work on yourself. But the other great thing about these website builders is the cost. So you can get a free version, which I don't really recommend, but they typically do offer a free option where your website name is actually very long, and it's not really professional looking, and they show ads on your website. So if you step it up a little bit and get a paid version, it's just a few dollars a month. It's anywhere from $8 to $15 a month for a paid version, which I highly recommend. It's still very inexpensive for having a website, which is kind of cool that you can have a website for that cheap. So I highly recommend getting the paid version if you decide to go with a website builder. So, but the way I equate a website builder is that this is kind of like the homeowner saying that they want to stage their own home. Yes, it's possible for them to do. Yeah, but it's going to take them time. I mean, they have jobs, they've got to move, they've got to search for a new home, they have all these other things that they got to do, but it's possible for them to stage their own home. And unfortunately, it's not going to come out as good as if that person hired a professional home stager. So likewise, a website builder is for the person, it's going to take away your time from doing your actual business. It's probably not going to come out as good as having a professional do it, but it's the least expensive thing to do, so that makes it very appealing. The second option for getting a website for a home staging business is from your training and certification company. So the benefit of these is that it makes a one-stop shop for starting up your home staging business. So you're there for your training, you're working for a company with your training, you're already getting invoiced for that, you're getting invoiced for a few other things that whatever training your training company is going to charge for. So why not just add a website to your training and certification package? So the drawback is that these are the people who make these websites are home stagers. They're not really the technical people. They're not website developers. So your website is going to be built by somebody that's just like you, basically, but they've done a lot of websites, so they have it down pat, but it's still not done by professional. Now these websites, I've seen them cost anywhere from $400 to $2,000 as a one-time fee. Plus, they often charge a monthly hosting fee. And what that does is that hosts your website on what's called a shared server. And at some point, I'll talk about the different types of servers there are for hosting. But a shared server really isn't the best thing you can get. But it gets your website up. It gives you a website. It gives you a website with your training company. You know the people there. You know the support. So it's sometimes not a bad thing to do for some people. So what I equate this to, this is kind of like a homeowner asking a realtor to stage the home. So sure, it makes the realtor a one-stop shop for the homeowner, which can be very convenient for the homeowner, but it's not really the realtor's expertise. They've seen lots of home staging, they've seen lots of homes, so they have a better eye than you do, than the homeowner possibly, but it's not their expertise. Okay, so the different way to get a website for your home staging business is from a company that specializes in websites for home stagers. So the benefit of doing something like this is that these companies really know the home staging business. So as opposed to just a general website developer who might make a website for a coffee shop one week, a church the next week, maybe a 5K or a marathon the next week, where they have to learn basically the business or the service or the industry every single time and the needs of the visitors visiting those websites. Using a company that specializes in home staging businesses knows what home stagers need. You don't want the person coming, you may not want a person coming from making a coffee shop one week and then making your website, because your needs are completely different from a coffee shop's website. So working with a company that specializes in home stagers, you know that company knows your business and your needs for your home staging business. So that's really one of a major benefit. And companies that do that, well, there's very few companies that do that, but I'll tell you what, Stager Sidekick is one of those companies that do that. So what I equate this to, these companies do, is this is like hiring a home stager to stage your home. So they have the expertise, they know how to stage homes, it's their business, and they know the type of home that you have they know the type of home that the homeowner has to stage that home properly for sale. So you can learn how much these types of websites cost by visiting the Stager Sidekick website and going to the pricing page. But I can tell you that it is very reasonably priced, especially for what you get. I also provide a monthly service, which not only includes hosting on a virtual private server, so that I'm basically managing the hosting and making sure it doesn't have any of the ill effects of a shared hosting service. But I also provide the technical maintenance, the security updates, and a lot of things behind the scenes to make sure that your website is up and running most efficiently as possible and continues running. So there is benefit to that. Okay, enough about that. Number 4 way to get a website for your home staging business and how much it would cost is with a custom website developer. So like I mentioned in my previous example, these are people who make websites for any type of business. They can make websites for small businesses, local businesses, up to very, very big, large businesses like credit unions and national banks and different things like that. So you can hire some of these companies to make a website for your home staging business. So these are generally the most expensive type of websites that you can get. But the benefit is that they're going to look very, very nice. Generally, someone who makes websites for all different types of business is really just a website and design expert. It's going to have like all the bells and whistles, lots of different features, lots of pretty things going around in general. But this is kind of what I equate to having, like, if a homeowner hiring Chip and Joanna Gaines to stage their home. So like it's going to cost a lot because these people, they're famous and they have a great eye for design, but their eye for design is really the what's it called, like the Texas chic or something. So it might not work for your home. So you might want to hire somebody who you might want to hire somebody who knows your business, who knows your home, to do your website, and it's going to cost a lot more money, but it's going to be phenomenal. So again, those are the 4 different ways you can get a website, 4 different sources you can get a website, and the 4 different costs for a website. First, the least expensive is a website builder like Wix or Weebly or GoCentral, and these range from anywhere from $0 to $15, possibly $20. I don't know what their pricing is these days, but they're very inexpensive. But you make your website yourself. The second way is to get one from your certification and training company. These range from several $100s all the way up to a couple $1,000s with a monthly hosting fee. But the benefit is the convenience of getting your website from someone you know, someone you've worked with. But the drawback is that they don't really specialize in websites. They specialize in home staging and training. The third way is with a company that specializes in making websites for home stagers, such as Stager Sidekick. The benefit is that that's our specialty. So you're going to get a great website for your home staging business. So the drawback is that it does cost a little bit more. So if you are a new home stager, you may not have the business to justify the cost, but we can work with you. And the fourth way is with a custom website development company, design and development company. Sometimes these are also called agencies. So they're going to cost several $1,000s. The benefit is that they're going to look, most likely it's going to look beautiful. Unfortunately, you're going to have to train them on what your needs are for your home staging business. And so you're basically taking a person who likely doesn't know much about websites and talking to someone technical who needs to translate into what you're saying into a website. So there may be a little bit of a communication difficulty, but they'll likely make you something very, very good. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. You can go to my website at stagersidekick.com. You can email me directly at mike@stagersidekick.com. But I want to thank you again for catching this episode of the cost options for home staging, for a website for home staging businesses. And I'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks.